The tale begins thousands of years ago, long before the pyramids of Egypt were built. In those days, there was a kingdom called Kandak, ruled by a king. For generations, the people dreamed of making Kandak the strongest nation in the world. But everything changed when a king named Akten took the throne. He ruled with cruelty, using his army to oppress the people, and was remembered as the harshest ruler of his age. Secretly, Akten practiced dark magic. His greatest ambition was to forge a crown called the Crown of Sabak, which would grant him unstoppable power. To create it, he needed a rare stone called Eternium. This mystical stone, with extraordinary powers, could only be found in Kandak. Akten forced his people into slavery to mine it. Whenever a slave discovered a piece, they would rush to hand it to a guard in exchange for a reward. But at times, other slaves attacked them to snatch the stone. One day, a slave named Jiao found Eternium, but others tried to steal it from him. At that moment, a young boy named Harit stepped in, protecting him and guiding him safely to a soldier. But when Jiao asked for his reward, the soldier suddenly stabbed him and threw his body down the mountain. Horrified, Harit froze until his father, Taith Adam, pulled him away. Harit had always dreamed of freeing his people from slavery. Yet all who had risen against the king lay buried in graves. Even so, Harit made up his mind to unite the nation and defeat Akten. He snatched a piece of Eternium from a soldier's hand, and by raising a symbol of freedom, he lit a spark of hope in the hearts of the people. Akten realized that this spark could soon grow into a blaze. To crush it, he ordered Harit to be executed before everyone. Even at the brink of death, Harit continued chanting words of freedom. Just as the executioner was about to strike, a miracle happened. The Guardians of the Earth chose Harit as their champion to bring peace. They granted him the powers of the ancient gods, turning him into a mighty being. But by then, Akten had already completed the Crown of Sabak. When Harit entered the palace to confront him, Akten unleashed the dark power of his crown. A fierce battle erupted, destroying the palace completely. In the end, Harit triumphed. He hid the Crown of Sabak to keep it away from mankind. From that day, he vanished, but legends claimed he would return when Kandak's people faced their darkest hour to set them free once again. We then shift to modern-day Kandak, now under the control of foreign mercenaries known as Intergang. To leave the city, citizens had to show papers to guard stationed at checkpoints. One day, as a van was about to be inspected, a 14-year-old boy named Ian tried to slip past the border on a skateboard but was caught. The guard ordered him into line, but Ian mocked him. The guard then waved a man named Kareem through with his van. Checking his wrist device, the guard saw the picture of a wanted fugitive, Adriana. Hidden inside the van was Adriana herself, while Ian walked beside it. Ian was her son, eager to join her mission to find the Crown of Sabak. But Adriana persuaded him to go home. Following a map, the group headed toward a mountain, said to conceal the crown. Adriana looked at a pendant passed down from her grandmother, made of Eternium. Samir, her companion, remarked she could sell it for a fortune, but it was a family treasure that meant too much to her. Kareem, Adriana's brother and the driver, complained that she got the pendant while he was left with an old coat and baldness. When they reached the mountain, the three began their search while Kareem stayed with the car. Inside, Ishmael suddenly disappeared, and Samir went after him. Outside, Kareem was listening to music when he saw Samir's body fall from a cliff. As Kareem rushed to help, soldiers appeared and surrounded him. Back inside, Ishmael reappeared in front of Adriana, startling her. When she asked where Samir was, Ishmael claimed he had gone to get fresh air. Soon, the two reached the tomb of Taith Adam, with the Crown of Sabak just ahead. Adriana leapt between two rocks to retrieve it. But then the soldiers who had captured Kareem entered and seized Ishmael. Ishmael shouted for Adriana to escape, but the leader of the soldiers aimed a gun at Kareem's head. To save her brother, Adriana surrendered. Kneeling at the tomb of Taith Adam, she spoke an ancient incantation. Suddenly, a bright flash appeared, and a mysterious figure emerged. He grabbed a soldier and killed him with a surge of electricity. The others opened fire, but Adriana used the chaos to flee with Kareem. Their bullets had no effect on the stranger. Moving with incredible speed, he eliminated the soldiers. During the fight, a giant rock nearly crushed Adriana as she fled with the crown, but the warriors saved her just in time. This man was Black Adam, who had been imprisoned in the mountain for thousands of years. After a long time, when he finally came out of the mountain, Black Adam was faced with new enemies. They attacked him with helicopters, something he never thought humans would have developed. Meanwhile, Adriana and Kareem returned to the van and drove off quickly. Adriana told Kareem that she had finished her mission and secured the crown. Not far away, a violent fight broke out. Black Adam smashed two helicopters into each other, causing a huge explosion. Soon, hundreds of military vehicles arrived, but Black Adam stood his ground, destroying them all with his powers. After everything around him was in ruins, he landed in front of Adriana's van. At that moment, one last soldier fired a rocket at him. But even such a powerful blast couldn't harm Black Adam. He eliminated the final soldier and, though slightly injured, walked away. Kareem sighed in relief, believing the warrior had left. But soon after, Black Adam collapsed from his wounds. Meanwhile, Ishmael was still inside the mountain when he received a call from a fellow mercenary. It turned out Ishmael had been working undercover, planning to get the crown through Adriana. Since he failed this time, he now had to track her and take it by force. Elsewhere, Hawkman heard about Black Adam's return and quickly called his team of superheroes into action. This team had a girl named Cyclone, who controlled wind, a boy called Atom Smasher, who could change his size, and their strongest member, Dr. Fate. They all gathered at Hawkman's mansion in the U.S. after his call. There, they learned they had to travel overseas. Hawkman's order was to head to Kandak, capture Black Adam, and bring him in. Their group was called the Justice Society, and they departed in a special ship. Hawkman explained its armor was made from a rare metal, making it indestructible. A few hours later, Black Adam regained consciousness inside Amon's room. He got out of bed and healed himself with his power. He then discovered that 5,000 years had passed since he was sealed away. In the living room, Adriana studied the crown and found strange words engraved inside it. The inscription read, "Life is the only path to death." Meanwhile, Amon told Black Adam that since his disappearance, foreign nations had taken over Kandak and enslaved its people. Yet, the people of Kandak had built a statue of him, believing he would one day return and free them. Hearing this, Black Adam said, "I am no hero," and then broke through the wall to leave. Black Adam began wandering through the modern world, while Amon followed him secretly through a passage in his room so his mother would notice. Meanwhile, the Justice Society's ship neared Kandak, and Dr. Fate explained a mission. To defeat Black Adam, they needed to make him say the word Shazam, which would strip away his powers and allow them to capture him. Elsewhere, Amon stole a soldier's radio and announced that Kandak's champion had returned. The soldiers chased him, but he escaped on his skateboard while signaling Black Adam by forming a triangle with his hands. Eventually, the soldiers caught Amon, but his mother came to rescue him. Adriana managed to reason with the guards and got him released, but they quickly realized she was also wanted. She tried to escape, but Black Adam suddenly appeared and saved them. One guard struck him with an iron rod, but Adam lifted him and threw him far away. Soon, the soldiers opened fire, but Adam destroyed them one after another. As he carried two enemies into the sky, the Justice Society's ship arrived. Black Adam dropped the soldiers, but Hawkman leapt out of the ship, activated his armor midair, and landed safely with both men. Still, his bravery was wasted as Black Adam struck the soldiers with lightning, killing them instantly. Dr. Fate appeared and urged Black Adam to surrender. But Adam declared that once he had been a slave, and now reborn as a god, he would kneel to no one. Dr. Fate attacked, creating an illusion of the city from 5,000 years ago, leaving Black Adam stunned by the vision of his past. At that moment, Hawkman took his chance and struck Black Adam with force. Furious, Black Adam sent a strong electroshock through Hawkman, and then lifted him into the air to attack. Just then, Dr. Fate stepped in and hurled Black Adam back down to the ground. After that, it was Cyclone and Atom Smasher's turn to step forward. Cyclone used her powers to form a powerful whirlwind and, through it, tried to trap Black Adam with iron rods. But Black Adam managed to break free from that attack too. Dr. Fate once again attempted to restrain him. At the same time, Cyclone and Hawkman launched one more assault together. Enraged, Black Adam unleashed all of his power at once, defeating every one of his opponents in a single blow. Black Adam thought the fight was over, but then Atom Smasher swung his massive fist at him. As Black Adam rose to his feet, he struck Atom Smasher down with just one punch. After this, the townspeople began cheering for Black Adam's triumph, and he walked away. Dr. Fate told his team not to follow him, knowing that none of them were strong enough to beat him. Fate then went to Adriana with his team, because he had seen in a vision that the crown of Sabak was in her possession. Adriana denied having the crown. At the same time, it was revealed that during the battle between Black Adam and the Justice Society, Amon had taken the crown, hidden it in his bag, and fled. Adriana then decided to go to the palace with the heroes, the same place where Black Adam once lived. According to old legend, 5,000 years earlier, Black Adam had gone to the palace to liberate his people. But when the Justice Society explained that he had not gone there to free them, but to seek revenge, it was clear that his rage had once caused his powers to spiral out of control, destroying the palace completely. After that, the magical guardians of Earth declared him unworthy of his powers and sealed him inside a tomb. Finally, thousands of years later, Adriana had released him once more. Adriana soon reached Black Adam with the heroes, and this time he agreed to hear them out. Meanwhile, when Aman returned home, he was shocked to find Ishmael alive. Ishmael suddenly pulled a gun on him, revealing himself as a traitor who wanted the crown. He threatened to kill Aman and Kareem if they didn't hand over the bag. Kareem, unwilling to let such a dangerous man take the crown, attacked him and told Aman to run. During the struggle, Kareem was shot in the stomach, but Aman managed to escape through a hidden passage in his room. While Black Adam was meeting with the Justice Society, Aman called Adriana and told her everything that had happened. He explained that Inter gang was chasing him and that he was hiding inside a building. Adriana then begged Black Adam to save her son. Without delay, Black Adam rushed to rescue him and found mercenaries holding Aman captive. When Black Adam ordered them to let him go, one of the men threw Aman from above. Black Adam caught him at the last second. He then went after the remaining soldiers, but during the chaos, Ishmael took Aman at gunpoint and escaped with him. He opened the bag and asked about the crown, but Aman refused to answer. Ishmael then kept Aman as his hostage, which made Black Adam furious. He locked Aman inside the trunk of a flying motorcycle. From there, Aman managed to call his mother and tell her Ishmael had taken him. On hearing this, the Justice Society prepared to rescue him as well. Meanwhile, Black Adam was destroying the motorcycles one after another, killing the riders as he searched for Aman. Hawkman tried to stop him from killing, but Black Adam was not someone who took orders from others. At last, Black Adam inspected the final motorcycle and discovered that Aman was not there either. In reality, Ishmael had sent his men on the motorcycles to mislead Black Adam, while he himself drove away with Aman in a truck. At the same time, Dr. Fate arrived at Adriana's house, already knowing the crown was hidden there. Inside, he found Kareem lying on the floor with a gunshot wound. His condition was serious, and he believed his end was near. But Dr. Fate calmed him down, saying he had seen the future, and Kareem's death would not come today. Instead, it would one day come from an electric shock. Hearing that, Kareem felt some relief, though it meant he might have to give up his work as an electrician. Kareem's treatment began on the ship, while Adriana was shocked to see Dr. Fate in her home. He reassured her that he and his team would find Aman. Shortly after, Black Adam and Hawkman also arrived, dragging along 2 captured Intergang soldiers. Dr. Fate was able to read their minds, but Black Adam took them high into the sky and threatened to drop them if they didn't answer his questions. After getting what he wanted, he let them fall anyway. Hawkman managed to save them just in time. Even then, Black Adam wanted to end their lives and rushed toward them in anger, but Hawkman fought back. Their battle was so fierce that the entire house was destroyed. In the middle of the fight, while Black Adam was trying to strike Hawkman, the crown slipped into his hands. With the crown now in their possession, they all agreed to join forces and use its power to rescue Ian. As they prepared for the mission, Dr. Fate had a vision showing Hawkman's death in the coming fight. He revealed it, warning that they would soon have to say farewell to each other. Soon, they reached the Ulhud Dia Mountains and made a plan to save their teammates. When the battle began, Black Adam unleashed a massive attack that wiped out hundreds of soldiers. He confronted Ishmael but couldn't harm him because Ishmael was shielded by Eternium. The rest of the team arrived, and when Adriana saw a gun pointed at her son, she chose to protect him by handing Ishmael the crown. With the crown of Sabak in his hands, Ishmael declared himself the last descendant of King Octon and claimed he was ready to rule Kandak. He recited the incantation carved on the crown, sealed his shield, and fired at Eamon. At the last second, Black Adam used his super speed to save him before the shot landed. Enraged, Black Adam lost control of his powers once again, and the entire mountain was destroyed. Thankfully, the Justice Society's protective shield saved Adriana and Eamon, but Ian needed urgent medical care. Meanwhile, Atom Smasher found the crown on Ishmael's charred body and took it back to the ship. Hawkman followed Black Adam and saw him standing at the statue of his son Herod near the palace. The truth was that Herod had been chosen by the Earth's Guardians to receive divine powers and free the people. But after his victories, King Octon captured Herod's parents. When Herod's father was about to be executed, Herod saved him by passing all his powers to him. What Herod didn't know was that this act would cost him his life. The moment he lost his powers, an archer shot him straight through the heart, killing him instantly. Witnessing this, his father, Taith Adam, realized his son would not have wanted him to lose control again. Black Adam then decided to give up his powers forever. He entrusted Hawkman with this responsibility and made him swear that once he surrendered them, he would never again say the word Shazam. Without it, Black Adam could never reclaim his strength. Hawkman delivered him to an underwater lab, where a scientist named Amelia Harcourt and her team promised to silence him permanently. Many other dangerous individuals were already imprisoned there. But elsewhere, movement began in Ishmael's corpse inside the ship's morgue. At the same time, Dr. Fate kept seeing the same vision repeatedly. He couldn't understand why it returned when their mission seemed complete. Fearing Hawkman's death would end the Justice Society, Dr. Fate grew uneasy. Adriana, still shaken by Ishmael's defeat, remembered the words written on the crown. Life is the only path to death. But before dying, Ishmael had spoken the incantation in reverse, saying death is the only path to life. Adriana quickly realized the crown had to be turned upside down to make the reverse incantation work, and that was why Ishmael recited it before his death. His true plan had been for Black Adam to kill him so he could return from death and claim the throne of Kahndaq. Just as she figured it out, the crown vanished, and Sabbac rose from the sea. Hawkman immediately attacked with missiles, but Sabbac destroyed their ship. The Justice Society knew they had to stop Sabbac before he could sit on the throne, for once he did, no one could defeat him. With his team's help, Hawkman managed to wound Sabbac, but when Sabbac struck back, Hawkman collapsed. Realizing his prophecy was about to come true, Dr. Fate created a barrier around the palace, forbidding his team from entering. He was ready to sacrifice himself to protect his closest friend, Hawkman. For the first time, he couldn't see what was coming. Hawkman couldn't just leave his friend behind, so he tried to break through the shield but failed. Meanwhile, Dr. Fate left the team outside and went to face Sabbac alone. He believed Black Adam was the only one who could help defeat him. During the battle, Dr. Fate sent a message to Black Adam, letting him know that only he had the power to stop Sabbac. Using his magic, Fate freed Black Adam from his chains. The guards nearby rushed to stop Adam, but even without his powers, he managed to take them down and then leapt into the sea. At that moment, Sabbac struck his final blow against Dr. Fate, which shattered the palace's shield. Hawkman knew his friend was dying and hurried to save him, but when he got there, Fate was already gone. Sabbac then sat on the throne, unleashing a giant firestorm as he crowned himself king of Kahndaq. From the underworld, his demonic army poured out and began attacking the people. Adriana stood ready to fight them, but then her brother Kareem showed up in a van. He had no fear of the undead, since Dr. Fate had already told him he would die from an electric shock. With Adriana's push, Ian called on the townspeople to stand with them against the zombies. Meanwhile, Black Adam rose from the sea, shouted, "Shazam!" and regained his powers in an instant. At the same time, Sabbac toppled Herod's statue to prove his rule. The statue nearly crushed Ammon, but Black Adam appeared just in time to save him. From there, he went straight after Sabbac, also rescuing Hawkman in the process. A brutal fight then broke out between Black Adam and Sabbac. Within moments, Sabbac began to gain the upper hand. Hawkman stepped in to help, but he was injured, just as Dr. Fate had foreseen. But in truth, it wasn't Hawkman's real body. He had used Fate's helmet to create several copies of himself, and together they attacked Sabbac. In the end, Black Adam unleashed his true strength and ripped Sabbac in two. At that instant, the undead army vanished. The people shouted in triumph and celebrated their freedom. Despite their differences, Hawkman and Black Adam shook hands in respect. With its purpose fulfilled, Dr. Fate's helmet vanished on its own. The Justice Society then abandoned their mission to capture Black Adam, since he had saved them all. The team returned to America while Black Adam sat on Kahndaq's throne. The people asked him to be their king and rule over them, but Black Adam destroyed the throne in a single strike, ending the matter. He declared that he didn't want to be king, but their protector, and promised that Kahndaq would remain free forever.